the epic conclusion to the co-manager plotline, the epic conclusion of the diabolical plotline.
Michael?
The first time Joe's in the office, and a major step in the will they won't they that most of us never actually cared about in the first place. Today, we're looking at the Manager and Salesman episode.
Congratulations! You're gonna be the new manager of this branch.
We've got a ton to talk about, so let's dive in.
I understand nothing.
Here's a debrief, because to be honest with you, kind of forgot this episode existed. Michael and Jim are arguing over who should get the manager position once Joe decides that there should be only one manager.
You guys doing one job? We gotta do something about that.
That is until they check the manual.
And well, who?
Then they're both arguing about who should take the much more lucrative position back in sales. Michael one-ups Jim.
I would sexually harass people.
Takes a position and realizes almost stupidly quick that he made a mistake.
It's not because of the smell. I'm just expecting a nosebleed.
Oh my God.
The B-plot revolves around Andy giving out a Valentine's Day card.
Ow! Jeez, you give me a paper cut on my throat!
Yes, by the way, this is a Valentine's Day episode, so happy Valentine's Day, everyone. But his real goal was to win over Erin with a sweet card.
Yeah, well, it's Snoopy and Woodstock.
You named them?
Charles Schultz did.
But hilarity ensues when he accidentally gives out a very romantic card to Kelly.
You brighten my day with the sound of your voice. You bring so much laughter and love. You are everything to me, and I was so blessed when God sent you here to me.
There's a lot of really clever, underrated lines in this episode between Michael's opinion about oceans.
What are you reading?
The Atlantic.
Oh, that is my favorite ocean. I love it. Oh, okay, geography joke.
A solid callback to Dwight and Moses.
Of course I see Saw. Mose and I see Saw all the time.
They don't warn you when the cameras are driving by.
And my favorite line.
Yours in professionalism, Nard Dog.
Bates as Bennett again is amazing, and her entrance with the dogs into the bullpen feels very authentic, as everyone is eager to please and a little in awe, which has to be the case as younger, lesser-known actors meet this really big-name actress, as much as low-level employees meeting the CEO for the first time.
Kid actors tagging along with Daddy on the big audition, except Daddy is the best actor around. Daddy is Meryl Streep. And
I hate gushing about Bates too much because I'm not like a super Bates fan or anything, but she just owns the show with this larger-than-life character.
Now we're gonna take that arm and we're gonna start selling printers.
But like most filler episodes in the series, Manager and Salesman really thrives in its callback prowess, with Michael being bad with money.
I would like to cancel my reservation, please.
There is a cancellation fee for this, sir.
Okay, put it on my card.
By the way, that cold opening was really just a marketing ploy for the Winter Olympics, which were set to kick off later that week.
A lot of people are trying to get last-minute reservations at hotels here for the Olympics, but we've been fully booked for months.
Well, I have been booked for 3 years, so you should have that.
In other callbacks, we have a callback to Andy's sexuality.
You might have even thought he was annoying or possibly homosexual.
The train whistle makes another appearance.
All aboard for sales. Next stop, Coop. Kabanga.
I don't know if this is a callback or not, or just a reused joke, but what Michael's doing here...
I will try to manage my excitement.
Michael's response seems to be to use the word manage as often as possible.
...is the same thing that Kelly was doing last season.
Yes, Charles, you wanted me.
Oh, no, I meant that, Kelly.
She thinks that if she says, "You wanted me," enough, he will in fact want her.
And we do know that Dwight likes Saw.
And a clown.
Jigsaw, idiot.
So in his quest to take down Jim, Dwight has tried several things, like get Michael to owe him a favor and thus fire him.
You owe me.
Dwight's bugged Jim's office, and the Employee of the Month scheme.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Because if Jim and Pam can't be Employee of the Month, nobody can. That's real fair.
But I've always felt that maybe BJ Novak and Rainn Wilson got their lines mixed up during the scene.
Did you see Saw?
As Dwight's rarely the voice of reason when it comes to fictional things being brought into their reality.
Exactly like in the movie? That is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, suggest something else then. Don't just...
He's supposed to cut his leg off?
Don't just criticize my...
But I assume the way I'm supposed to read this is that Ryan didn't put any effort into actually coming up with a plan.
I mean, we don't kill him, obviously.
And just thought Dwight would accept anything. Not really sure, but watching Novak try to crush this can is amazing.
Threatening you. No.
I don't really remember this scene from the Netflix cut. It could have been there. I'm having trouble recalling this episode. But there is a deleted scene that probably would have acted like the stinger to this episode, and I can't believe it wasn't cut. Jim and his newfound ability to prank Dwight is up to his old tricks in a very new way.
As a manager, I felt I couldn't do that.
Please don't make it a habit.
I'm afraid I'm going to.
I look forward to this being, remastered and added into the Superfan cut of this episode. Other than that, I don't really have a ton to talk about here, so let's dive into the deeper meaning.
What does a bean mean?
Someone please explain it to Cap.
Don't have a lot to talk about in the deeper meaning either. Yeah, guys, this one's honestly pretty straightforward and simple. Michael pretty much says it himself.
Now I'm out there and I wish I was in here.
Well, the grass is always greener.
Yeah, except there's no grass out there. It's just a farty dirt patch.
The grass is greener on the other side is an idiom that's really, really old.
I don't know, it's really old, I think.
And from the little amount of research that I've done, we don't really know where it came from, but a lot of ancient cultures has a proverb like this. And I think that just speaks to the very human nature to not be satisfied with what we have and to be envious about what's happening with other people. Jim wanted a manager position until he realized that there was better pay as a salesman.
Why? Is there an untapped gay market?
Sabre has no caps on commissions. He can make a lot more money in sales.
When he had the manager position, he really couldn't do the things that he loved, nor could he really be himself. Michael wanted the sales position, but realized shockingly fast that he would have to forsake a lot of his way of life to do this position.
I actually think that I should get back to work. Jim asked me to do some stuff and he's manager.
Oh, yeah, fine.
Okay.
Leave it here.
All right.
And not just what we saw in that sequence either. We get a little reminder of what Michael's managerial life is like.
I would sleep in my office.
I don't understand why sleeping at your desk is better than you not being
Just
here.
go out and come back in.
Michael ate an entire family-sized chicken pot pie for lunch, and then he promptly fell asleep.
Hey, what time is it?
5:20.
AM or PM?
PM.
Oh, good. And I would sexually harass people. The only thing I am worried about is getting a boner.
I was at a parent-teacher conference.
Uh-huh. Prove it. Let's see your penis.
More than anything, though, I think this episode is just a hilarious filler with loosely threaded moral looped in. So with that, let's rate this thing.
This is the worst.
All right, remember, if you can give this video a like, I would super appreciate it. I know that people hate it when YouTubers ask for this kind of stuff, but it really does help the almighty algorithm showing this to new people. So consider subscribing if you haven't either. So here's the thing. I love this cold open, even though I see it for what it really was, an ad for NBC's airing of the Olympics.
Could it be under affirmation?
No.
Because you have thousands of those.
No, we're just trying to look it up right now.
You did get the Evite to my barbecue.
Come on.
Michael.
Sir.
It does remind me of another sequence that was an ad for NBC's Olympics airing.
Well, it's called Slap Face.
Slap face. How does that?
1-0. 2-zip came to 11. Hey, you're pretty good at this for a beginner.
What's the game I want to end?
Nice job.
It's kind of like when the studio said we're giving you the episode to air right after the Super Bowl, and they put The Office to work, and they popped out Stress Relief.
The fire's shooting at us!
I just have this appreciation for the creativity that can go into kind of a lame assignment like this. It's not one of the best cold openings of all time, but it is spot on for The Office. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
Really? Oh, that is so sweet of you.
Mainly because of that punchline.
Okay, put it on my card.
As for Manager and the Salesman, I think that the comedy in this one is spot on. Like, when I think of The Office as a whole, I really do think of a collection of episodes, and that would include Manager and the Salesman, that are just purely filler episodes. They're just done so well that it doesn't matter. It lends to why the series is so great for background noise, because even in episodes like this one, you can be half paying attention, staring at your phone, doing chores, whatever, glance up at the TV, and have a good time with it, no matter what portion of the episode is on.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Clearly, your baby is squirting weird hormones into your brain, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know if the writing in this one should win an award or anything, no offense, Kayleen.
Screw you, Eddie. You owe me for this!
But I really do enjoy this episode a lot. Tons of laughs, 3 out of 5 for me.
Actually, Kevin, you might like it.
Nice.
And so yeah, this is going to be one of the shortest episodes I've done in a long time. That's all I have to say about Manager and a Salesman.
Just admit you lost track of time.
What are your thoughts? Did I leave anything out? Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week with The Delivery.